The more I think about, you know, uh, this situation going on with, um, Dante Wright, and then I think of how a lot of people are capitalizing off, you know, black tragedies for profit and other things. But I wanted to talk about this, and I said that I was gonna keep it a buck. You know, um, I'm not doing no visuals. I'm going black screen. You know, I've tried to tell you guys about Joe Biden. I warned y'all about him before he was elected, while he was running for president. I gave you a rundown of his history. Those videos are still up. Yesterday, Joe Biden further proved that he was a fucking racist. He is a racist piece of shit white supremacist. You know, it take nerve for somebody like him who has a history of racism and white supremacy himself. He had the audacity, first of all, earlier, last year when he won the Democratic nomination, to tell people if they don't vote for him, they not black. But then this hunky McGee then passed all type of laws that hindered black people, that put them in jail. This dude was very tough on black people. And of course, when they asked him about it, he tried to, explain and tried to do that. Oh, it was an accident and he didn't have, he wasn't transparent. Man, just stop it. At the end of the day, people like him, they try to insult black people's intelligence uh, all the time. They still have this mentality, whatever I say is the truth because I'm white and I say so. He is the epitome of that, you know. And for him to single out black people and tell black people he know we angry and, black people shouldn't steal and that's not how we handle things and all that stuff. So I guess he didn't see all those videos of people looting last year that happened not to be black. And the Bay Area, let me tell you what was going on in the Bay Area. A lot of the looters were everything but black. You had Mexicans out there, Asians out there, you had white people that was coming to the Bay Area, you know, the real Bay Area, you know, the Oakland, San Francisco, you know, Hayward, that area, and they were looting and stealing. Now, they wasn't messing up the stuff where they was at. They was driving to where I was at, looting out of Target, breaking into Foot Lockers and malls and stealing shoes and all that kind of stuff. Nah, they didn't. Nah, they didn't do nothing to the stores that was in Concord and Walnut Creek and all them places. Looked fine and dandy, but they was coming to the urban areas. But I guess he didn't see those videos. I went downtown Oakland. You seen the footage that I put up. They were destroying signs that clearly said, hey, this is a black owned business. So that just goes to show you they wasn't protesting in the name of George Floyd because of what was going on. A lot of them motherfuckers went out there that had that shit, you know, and they was spreading it, faking like they was protesters. Then a lot of the people that was vandalizing shit happened to wear badges. They just was either off duty or they was doing the shit and they didn't think they were being filmed. But I guess he forgot about that. I guess he didn't single them out. He said black people. He should have said everybody. I guess he forgot Cal Rittenhouse, the people that he killed. They were white. You know. So, but he just can wag his finger. No, 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 black people don't do this, don't do that. Like I said, this man's role model, his mentor was a dude that had ties to the KKK. That should tell you enough about him. Oh, and don't try to pull that. Oh, well, that was a long time ago. He's a changed man. Yeah, okay. Don't pull that shit with me, because like I said, when it comes to us, they say we're not capable of changing. We are who we are, right? Don't they do that to us? Didn't when George Floyd got killed, they tried to bring up his past? And that's kind of I would get to that later too. But Joe Biden, don't y'all remember that recording where he said basically he wasn't gonna do nothing for black people? But then this clown was trying to pass laws, or trying to pass laws where basically if you harm an Asian person, you could be indicted under special circumstances. He was actually trying to pass special circumstances laws. Really? How come there ain't no special circumstances when it comes to us? When we've been the brunt of all these attacks, basically racial attacks from everybody pretty much forever. But they ain't passed no special circumstantial laws for us. Why? Why is that? You know, and we ain't even gonna talk about Cam Cam. The person that called themselves the top cop. Don't y'all remember that interview? Am I gonna, pass laws that strictly benefit black people? No! Don't you remember that? No! She flat out said she wasn't gonna do nothing just for black people. And you don't even want me to start with Obama. Don't you remember what Joe Biden said about Obama? He said he was one of the very first articulate black people that he met. Keep in mind, back in the day, he was referring to black people as animals. He was anti, integration, which to a certain degree, he might have been right on that point. But I'm gonna talk about that later on too. I'm gonna talk about that maybe this weekend. But yeah, man, it's funny you don't see Roly Roll, talking about that. I keep telling black people, how long you gonna let the Democrats and the Dummies that support them manipulate you? Hmm? How long you gonna let the Democrats continue to pimp you, play you, make empty promises? Joe Biden was no different from Donald Trump. And he had the nerve to try to say Donald Trump was a racist when he won his damn self. For real. That's like, for real. That's, I mean, come on, man. That's like Dracula arguing against, the werewolf about who more sinister. That's like, I mean, for real. I mean, that's like the neo Nazis and the KKK arguing about who dislike black people more. I mean, that just took nerve, and that was the whole strategy of the Democrats. Just paint Trump as a racist, but then they have a history of racism themselves. They had no plan in place. And then the thing is with you Negroes that support the Democrats, they'll give black people a trinket. See, they care. They care. How long we been getting crumbs? We don't even get a slice of the cake. They give us crumbs. They give us like that sprinkle that, when you make one of those cakes with sprinkles on it. Or like a Mrs. Fields cookie. You know how like the you bite into it and one chocolate chip morsel may fall, it fall off. That's what they give us, that morsel. And yeah, and it fall on the ground. They pick it up and then they offer it to us. How you know they've been using black people for years. Like I said, they are worse to me than the Republicans. The Republicans flat out say, for the most part, they not gonna do nothing for black people. But damn, they continue to lie and manipulate. Come to the urban areas every year around election time and tell us to vote. But then it's never nothing in it for us, and we continue to fall for this bullshit. We continue to let them play us. We need our own party. But guess who bringing all these illegal immigrants in here to replace black people? And these same illegal immigrants that look down on us and talk shit about us and disrespect us. Them, giving them temporary housing, giving them temporary financial support. But we asked them to give us shit that they owe us, like reparations. But then it's always resistance. But y'all keep supporting them. A video surfaced of Joe Biden saying the N-word. That was swept under the rug. Of course, you had people saying, "Oh, that was a voiceover." Nah, it was him. So it don't surprise me about his latest comments. Like I said, and he got that bed wench, as his running mate because he knew that black women, a lot of times who go against black men on a regular basis, not all, some, was gone all of a sudden jump on the Cam bandwagon. And like I keep telling black women, Cam don't give a fuck about y'all neither. Like I said, this is the same lady that was locking up your sons, your brothers, your uncles, your fathers. Harder on black people for non-violent crimes than she was for violent crimes. Ignored hundreds, maybe even thousands of complaints about police brutality, excessive force. Didn't do a damn thing about it. But I'll tell you what, don't send your kid to school and the damn SWAT team coming to your house if you a black woman. And you had all these black women on TV trying to ridicule and shame black men and say that we're hating on a black woman who never claimed to be black. So what she talking about black women and maternal and um, fertility issues. So you happy with that? You so that means she one of us. She has no ties to the black community except she went to a so-called historical black college, which by the way, y'all do know white people can go to HBUs as well, right? Y'all do know that, right? That those so-called historical black colleges where some of them were started by white people, they can, or a lot of them was started by white people. Y'all do know that people that happen not to be black can go there too, right? So that doesn't mean anything neither. Keep in mind, this is a lady that didn't even know Tupac has been dead for almost 25 years. Okay. Do I need to go on? Do y'all want some more? For real. This was a lady that was willing to let a man that was on death row for a crime that he didn't commit possibly die. Okay? And this is who, Kamala don't, or Cam, she don't like black people. She wasn't raised as a black woman. Her mother is Indian. So, but like I said, Nobody can't make me feel guilty about my stance on certain things. I am who I am. That's just real talk. But getting back to Jojo, that's the person he selected as his running mate. So she used to date, Montel Williams. So she used to mess with Willie Brown, allegedly. So look who she's married to. There you have it. But then again, once again, that's the double standard too that I talked about in the video. Like I said, I promise you, if Barack Obama was married to a black woman, he wouldn't have got elected president. Michelle really helped get him in office. That's just keep it a buck. I promise you, if Barack Obama had been married to a white woman, he wouldn't have been elected president. But that ties into the double standard, what I'll be talking about. But anyway, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tapping in. This your boy Town Biz. I'm out.